Hello friends and welcome back to my channel. My name is Alicia Kay. It's the start of another vlog. I wanted to do a vlog this week because I start school next week, so it's my last week of freedom. And I actually have a decent amount of stuff I need to do. And I've already had like a very productive morning taking care of stuff around the house. Had to do some laundry, dishes, some of the like weekly chores that we normally do over the weekend. We had a very tiring weekend, so they kind of got pushed to this morning. So that's what I've been doing. But I wanted to check in because something very exciting came in the mail. I got new glasses. So I thought it'd be fun. I've already like ripped it. So I thought it'd be fun to unbox them together if I can figure out what's happening. Okay, here we go. It's, the glasses box. Lovely. Wow, and inside that is a glasses case. So it's like a box inside a box inside a case. And I'll take off these ones I'm currently wearing. I'm so excited about these. And put on my brand new glasses. I went with a different shape. Oh, this is going to take me a second to get used to. They are a little bit stronger prescription than my old glasses. And maybe too strong. I'm not sure if I'm just like not used to it and my eyes need to adjust, or if they actually gave me a prescription that was just a little bit too strong. We'll see. I'll wear them for a few hours and see how I'm feeling, because like my old prescription wasn't feeling strong enough anymore. Like my old prescription was feeling like just not quite there. Some things were still blurry. And so they bumped it up a little bit. I'm just worried they bumped it up a little too much. We'll see. Anyway, these are the new glasses. I'm super excited about them. And as for plans for today, I'm going to go finish what I was working on before I noticed that my glasses were here. And then I have a friend coming over this afternoon, and we're just going to like hang out in the pool, just hang out. So I'm excited about that. Okay, super quick check-in because I'm running out of space on my phone. And I need to clear some stuff up. But I just came into the room to like record something on my guitar really quick, just like a quick video, because I'm working on a song for actually The Night Circus, which is one of my favorite books of all time. I love it so much, and I'm trying to write a song for it and about it. And so I came to record a little bit of that. I hung out with my friend. It was super fun. And yeah, that's what's happening. I gotta go because it's flashing that is running out of battery. But quick check-in. It is Tuesday. It is like 11:12. It is 11:12 in the morning. And I've had a fairly productive morning. I was planning to check in a little bit earlier, but I applied for a job since the position I'm currently in ends in like 2 weeks. I've kind of put off applying for jobs that will start after. So I'm going to have like at least a week where I'm not doing anything. Also because the position I'm in ends like after all of the work we have to do ends, if that makes sense. But I applied for a job. It's not the one that I'm planning to apply for that I'm the most excited about, but I have to figure like one other thing out before I can apply for that other job that's like the most exciting to me. There's just like a little bit of moving parts with eligibility since I am a student and have received work study and might be using work study for the job I apply for. but I just kind of have to figure out if I'm going to accept any loans when I take that whole package. Anyway, that is kind of what's happened so far this morning. And then right now, I'm sitting down to actually start editing the video that is going to come out this week. Probably, hopefully on Saturday. I've been a little bit behind and been getting them out on Sundays kind of recently. And then also, since I didn't check in a whole lot yesterday, I just wanted to like briefly mention what I did with my friend. I think I said like we mostly hung out, which is true, but we did some chalk art, which I included some footage of, which was really fun. And it was really good to see my friend who I haven't seen in months just because we both got busy. Also, this wet spot is because I spilled toothpaste on myself. So, yeah, that's a lovely little wet spot. So that's what I'm doing now. I slept in a little bit late this morning because I was up late, and literally at 12:30 in the morning, I was in the bathroom like singing a song to myself that I couldn't get out of my head. And there was a couple lyric ideas that I wrote down all in like my notes app on my phone, just because I couldn't get them out of my head. So that's good and bad because I wanted to sleep, but my brain has been trained that like at night, I don't know why, that's when I get most of my ideas for songs. Well, not most, but almost every night when I'm in bed, I'm like, oh, I feel like this would be a good idea for a song. And sometimes I just ignore it and I'm like, well, that song's not gonna come to me. But last night I couldn't ignore, and there was like 3 different ones. For now though, I don't actually have plans really for the rest of the day. I was going to work, but I'm not going to. I'm going to push off my work till tomorrow. And then, yeah, so today's kind of wide open, which I'm loving the feeling of, which is why I'm also going to start editing. And I'll probably edit for a little while until lunch. And then maybe I'll like do like the house things. But maybe I won't. Maybe I'll put everything off and not be responsible. And instead of, I don't know, emptying the dishwasher, I will edit my song that I was kind of hoping to have finished by the end of the summer, which is not going to happen. But that's, I don't know, that's the plan. Here we are. I found some bubbles and I'm having fun with them. So I am getting ready to actually film a video. This was not originally on my plans of things to do for today. I mean, I didn't really have many plans, but I've been wanting to do like a closet clean out. So that's what I'm getting ready to film, is a closet clean out video. I have a couple things I'm going to do first, but I was just trying to get things set up. I gotta go. So I am back at my desk doing some social media stuff, getting some TikToks prepared, and just like preparing things like a YouTube video for this week, TikToks, getting some drafts so that I have stuff to post when I feel like it. You know, that kind of stuff. That was my cat. And I did film that video that I talked about, the closet like reorganization and going through all of my clothes. And then also I attempted to record for my music. But the issue with it was that my digital audio workstation, I think that's what it stands for, my DAW, has not been working properly, and it keeps saying I'm out of disk space. But I know I'm not out of disk space. Like, I have space, and I've been trying to like change the settings because it said you might just need to change the settings. So I've been trying to change the settings, but I'm online from, I use Logic Pro, and I'm reading the instructions from Apple, who creates Logic Pro, and the instructions do not match. Like, they're like, go to your settings and select this option. And I'm like, that's not even an option in my settings. So either these are old instructions or they're like super new instructions, and I have not updated Logic Pro. But I went to see if Logic Pro had an update and I couldn't find one. So I don't know what I need to do, but it's really frustrating because it will literally like stop mid-recording and be like, can't do it anymore. And I'm like, I was on a good take. Like, it felt like a good one. And then also, because it's happening, I think it's making my computer like get really loud, and then you can hear that in the recording too, which sucks because that really ruined it. I had such a good take, and like I was like, this is it. I was like, this is my take. My voice sounds like, I love how my voice sounds on it. I think it's going to be really good in the song. But there was a whir in the background from my computer, which really sucks. So anyway, I am doing some computer work, not only to prepare things for social media, but also trying to like figure that out. I want to know if I can fix that problem. So that's like kind of what I'm doing too. And part of it is I am actually clearing up more space, because like right now, maybe I don't have a ton of space since I have been putting a lot of videos on my computer, trying to clear up space on my phone so I could record more videos on my phone. And then also just like, I haven't deleted all of the footage I don't need anymore from videos I have previously uploaded. That's my clock telling me it is 6 o'clock and playing a lovely song. But I'm gonna go work on this and enjoy my clock sounds. Good morning. It is about 10:30, a little after on Wednesday morning. And I did kind of just wake up and get ready for the day not too long ago. So I'm sitting on the couch. I'm about to eat breakfast. But I wanted to check in and tell y'all that I started a book. I started Summer Suns by Lee Mandello, and I had confused the synopsis of this book with a book I already read and really enjoyed. So I was like I read the first like only 2 chapters. But I was like, wait, this synopsis doesn't follow a man who's killed by the police officers. This guy supposedly committed suicide. And then I just realized I was confusing it with another book I've already read. But in this book, it follows like this young man named Andrew as he's about to go start a graduate program. And he was supposed to be in the same program as like his best friend Eddie. But Eddie has died, and everyone is saying it's suicide, and Andrew is like, no, it's not. Something happened. Something else happened. So he stays and doesn't go back to like his hometown. He stays in the place where Eddie died to try to figure out what happened. I'm literally 26 pages into it. So that's the information I've gleaned from the first 26 pages. I haven't really been reading anything until I picked up this book. I have read a little bit of The Night Circus here and there as I'm like working on a song about the Night Circus. And then also I'm trying to like not read The Night Circus too fast this time. At least right now. Like I can read it as fast as I want to. I'm saving it for like September though. I want it to feel like fall, and September is kind of when I'm like, okay, we're gonna transition and start getting excited for fall stuff. So I'm kind of saving it for September. Anyway, that's the morning update. I'm gonna go eat breakfast now and watch some YouTube. And yeah, I have to work today, but I'll probably do that after lunch. So for now, just breakfast and YouTube. I've sat down next to the cat at the puzzle table that is covered in his hair to puzzle. So that's going to be a fun time. The puzzle I'm working on is this one of cats. It's very appropriate. Okay, quick check-in. I have to make it quick because my battery is running low. I'm sitting on the ground in front of my coffee table, and I'm going to do a tarot reading for myself as like just like a general before school starts tarot reading. I'm excited about it, and I think it'll be good practice. So that's what's happening. I wish I could like film a little bit of it, but my phone's dying and I don't want to get up and get the charger / figure out how to actually make that happen. So I'll take a video of like what it looks like at the end though. Just a quick peek at the tarot spread. I'm still pretty new, so I'm like not necessarily 100% great at being like, this is exactly what every card means and here's how they all connect. But it was very interesting to like learn a little bit more. And then like, especially regarding school, like one of the cards, I think was this one, the 8 of Swords, that is like out of pain, good things come, something like that. I'm like, well, hopefully that's true. Like, school is painful, but hopefully good things will come from it. So this is the spread. Good afternoon. I just realized I haven't checked in at all yet today. It is Thursday. It is literally 1 o'clock in the afternoon. I haven't actually been up for that long. I slept again until like 10. So I've only been up for a few hours, but I've already eaten some food, and yeah, just having kind of an off day. So I'm like not doing anything too ambitious as of right now. I do have a dentist appointment at 2:30, so that's gonna be fun. But for now, I'm just gonna work on the puzzle and watch YouTube. That is the plan for this moment. Then dentist at 2:30, and then I'm not sure what's gonna happen after the dentist. Maybe I'll feel a little bit more up to doing things. I'm back from the dentist, and it went well. I always get the nitrous oxide now because I'm a baby when it comes to pain. Like, everything at the dentist hurts, but less so when I get the nitrous oxide. I made myself a little snack plate, grapes, some like spreadable cheese, celery, and cucumber. It's called cucumber. I'm gonna eat it and puzzle, and also probably edit my video that is gonna be going up on Saturday. So that's the plan for right now. Happy Friday afternoon. It just turned 4 o'clock on Friday. I had work today, and now I'm home from work, and I'm not sure exactly what the plans are for the evening. I know we're gonna have someone come over. My sister-in-law is gonna come over and hang out. I'm not sure what else we are doing. It might be kind of more on the chill side. I did read more Summer Sons, and I wanted to talk about it because I'm like kind of thinking about DNFing Summer Sons, because I was really enjoying the first like 50 pages, and then very abruptly, because I'm only on page like 75, my enjoyment and interest in the book like dropped off. I was feeling pretty engaged and like pretty on board for the story, and then it's just almost like a switch flipped, and the switch that flipped was kind of like almost like spending more time with the characters and being like, okay, this book follows like 22-year-old young men, and part of that I read last night that I really didn't enjoy was just like them doing dumb college boy stuff. And there just might be a disconnect between me and this book, because like the one female character that is in this book isn't much of a character, doesn't really get any screen time or any page time or anything like that. And like, this is fine. I think this book is like kind of doing this on purpose. Like, I think based on what I can gather from the first 75 pages, is that this book is like almost a cautionary tale. It's kind of the vibes I'm getting about this sort of behavior, but I don't know if this story is for me. Like, I don't know if this story is for me. I know it's supposed to be like a queer horror, but I also have read some reviews. Oh my goodness, this cat. But I also have read some reviews that like just talk about like the young manness of it, and like there's not a whole lot of female characters. So I just don't know if like this story is actually for me. Like, I don't know if I'm the intended audience. Like, it might be meant for other people. And that's fine. And I'm thinking about DNFing it because of that. Um, yeah, I haven't fully decided. I'll give it a little bit more time. Because maybe I just also wasn't vibing with it last night. I just don't know how much I'm going to be able to, like, get behind a story where it's not even like the characters are unlikable, but it's just like this story is not for me. So I don't know if I should read it. Home for some is the peace that comes from a star-filled sky on a cloudless night. The wonder they feel. Happy Saturday morning. I normally like end the vlog about now, or would have ended it last night, but I think I'm going to keep it going through today, since today will be interesting. I'm playing in an open mic night tonight, and I'm a little nervous. I've played open mic nights before and been fine. I think the reason I'm nervous is because I'm playing new stuff that when I practice, I sometimes just forget the words, and I'm just like in my house. I'm not like on stage performing for people, so I'm worried about forgetting the words when I'm like at the open mic night playing. I might take my like notebook that has all my words in it, because that would be helpful. So we'll see. I'm sure it'll be fine, she said, hopefully. Last night, I didn't check in after like we went out and did all the stuff. So what happened was I checked in and I was like, my sister-in-law is coming over, but my sister-in-law didn't end up coming over. So we went to a bookstore. It was a very cute bookstore. I'd never been in there before, and it's pretty close to my house. And it's like new and used, and it was big. It was really big. So they had more than I expected, but their sci-fi section was like, it was big, but also like almost a little disappointing. Just in that, like, everything, all the books they had on the shelf were like old. I mean, I did see a couple copies of like Black Sun was one of the books I saw there that they had a couple copies of. They had a copy of The Starless Sea. I'm trying to think of like what other like books I was like, oh yeah, that's a very well-known book. They had Middle Game by Shauna Maguire. But other than that, it was like all like really old. And I'm not like opposed to reading old sci-fi, but there is kind of like a different vibe, I feel like, with some of the old sci-fi. And maybe this is because I haven't read as much. Like, I haven't necessarily read a ton, but a lot of the old sci-fi I have read like kind of gives weird vibes, you know, like just like some sexism or racism, or just like, you know, just like the vibes are not quite what I want. And like I said, maybe this is just specifically the older sci-fi I have read, and some of it like isn't even as old as some of the stuff they had on the shelves. I'm talking like when I say old sci-fi, I mean like early 2000s, and some of this was from like the 80s. And so I'm like, I don't know if I want to venture into it when the stuff I've read from the early 2000s, like I think The Expanse was written in like 2004 or something like that, the first book of The Expanse. And there was just some like casual comments about like some casual racism that I was like, okay, this is just here. Or like Old Man's War, the second book in that series, just like used the R word a lot. And I was like, oh, these are not the vibes. These are not the vibes I want. Which is why I think I'm tending to read more like recently released sci-fi. Anyway, that's a whole thing. But we did get a couple books. I got an old sci-fi book, The Parable of the Sower by Octavia E. Butler. And I was just talking about how I don't want to read old sci-fi, but then I picked up The Parable of the Sower. It's fine. This is different. Because this is like a classic sci-fi. This isn't like an old sci-fi that no one's heard about. This is a classic. And then we also picked up another old. Both of these are not published recently, but as you can see by the editions, they have been deemed more like classics. They're not like the printings from the 80s. Anyway, this is a bind up of Earthsea. I have read the first book and honestly, like, didn't love it. So I don't know if I'm going to continue on, but my husband is excited to read them. So that's also not really sci-fi. That's fantasy. Anyway, we went to a bookstore. We bought books. It was a good time. Then we went and bought an oven pizza from Target, but we went to the wrong Target, so they didn't have the gluten-free DiGiorno, which was fine because we got the gluten-free Freschetta, which I also like. And I also got nail polish and painted my nails for the first time in years. And they turned out okay. So that is what we did last night. And then we watched Dumb and Dumber. And I think that movie should be called Dumb and Will Make You Dumber. It is the stupidest movie I've ever seen. There were a couple funny parts, but it was rough. It was kind of rough to get through towards the end. So my advice to you, if you haven't seen Dumb and Dumber, don't waste your time. The funny things you will be able to see in clips online, and that's it. It objectifies women like so much, and is just don't. You don't need to. It's not worth it. I am gonna go get ready now. I've also been working this morning. Been up for like a little bit, and I've been working on subtitles for my video that's going up today. That's something I've really fallen behind on and would like to get caught back up on, is doing subtitles for my videos. It was just really tedious when I had to type all of them out by hand, because I couldn't find like the auto-generated ones to then just edit, but then I found the auto-generated ones, so I got really behind typing them all up by hand. Now I'm still behind, but will hopefully be able to catch up soon-ish, because I found the auto-generated captions that I can just then go edit and make sure all the timing lines up and it's saying all the right things and adding punctuation, even though I'm really bad at punctuation. My biggest comment in high school was about comma splices. So I hope I don't include too many of those in my captions, but I have been trying to work on making sure there's captions for the video that's going up today. So I'm gonna go get ready and probably get back to that, and I will see you later. It is like 11:30 on Saturday evening. I've been home from the open mic for a little bit. We stopped at Wendy's and got after open mic night fries and a Frosty, which yeah, I risked eating the what are they called? Baconator fries, just because I think they're so tasty. Even though, like, I don't think I should, because I don't actually think they're gluten free or like, cross contamination, same fryer, I think all that stuff. But sometimes I do it anyway with risking cross contamination. Not ever with like eating like just full on gluten, but cross contamination sometimes I risk. And I did tonight. But the open mic night went well. I did play one song with an out of tune guitar because what happened was I didn't take my guitar and I pulled one off the wall that they had there, and someone said, "Yeah, it's tuned." I'm like, it doesn't quite sound right, but I'm going to trust the person who says it sounds fine and just sing. And the whole time I was like, it sounds a little off. Like, it didn't sound terrible, I don't think. I'm gonna probably go back and watch the video I have from it at some point. But other than that, it went pretty well. And I'm gonna go ahead and wrap up the vlog. This was it. This was my last week before school starts. And I'm not ready for school to start. I want it to be summer forever. I want to just keep like working the job I'm working and going to open mic nights. Unfortunately, I cannot do that. School starts on Tuesday and I will be there. And I have a really big project I'm working on. So it's going to be fine. It'll be fine. It's my senior year. I'm finally going to graduate. Finally, after being in school for like forever. But this is the end. Thank you so much for watching, and I hope to see you in my next video. Bye.